Mario LAXAMANA, a police officer who was facing a slew of prostitution charges, has admitted to his role in the Blue House Lounge case. He went before Judge Anita Sokola this morning, along with his attorney, Peter Perez. Judge Sokola read aloud the charges in the plea agreement.
You'll be pleading guilty to felonious restraint as a third-degree felony. Is that your understanding?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you'll be pleading guilty also to official misconduct as a misdemeanor. And most jail time you could get for that is 1 year fine or both of $1,000. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
As part of the plea agreement, all other charges in the indictment will be dismissed. Some of those charges include kidnapping, conspiracy to commit prostitution, promoting prostitution, criminal intimidation, and abetting prostitution. Another deal LAXAMANA made with the Attorney General's office is to suspend any jail time that would be imposed upon him in exchange for his full cooperation. He'll also be required to testify against all other defendants in the case. Felonious restraint as a third-degree felony carries a sentence of 3 to 5 years in prison, and official misconduct as a misdemeanor, a maximum of 1 year in prison. But LAXAMANA may not have to spend any more time in jail.
As to the charge of 1 count of felonious restraint as a third-degree felony, you shall be sentenced to 3 years of DOC in Manila. All would be suspended with credit for time served. That as to the charge of official misconduct as a misdemeanor, you shall be sentenced to 1 year at the Department of Corrections in Manila. All suspended with credit for time served.
Finally, Judge Sokola ordered LAXAMANA to declare his plea.
Mario LAXAMANA, as to 1 count of felonious restraint as a third-degree felony, a violation of 9 GCA 2230B and 4.60. How do you plead? Guilty or not?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
You are guilty because between the period of January 1, 2006 and January 13, 2008, inclusive in Guam, you committed the offense of felonious restraint and that you complicit in holding another, that is, a Rita T, in condition of involuntary servitude?
Yes, Your Honor.
As to the second count, charge Mr. LAXAMANA for official misconduct as a misdemeanor, a violation of 9 GCA 4990A, B, and 4.60. How do you plead? Guilty or not?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty, sir, because you are guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
This court will now accept this plea agreement herein and the defendant's plea of guilty. Judges said guilty of felonious restraint as a third-degree felony, official misconduct as a misdemeanor.
LAXAMANA's defense counsel, Attorney Perez, requested that at the conclusion of the court case, LAXAMANA be allowed to move to the U.S. mainland and be placed on unsupervised probation. He also requested that his third-party custodian be excused and that his bail of $100,000 be exonerated. Judge Sokola says she will consider the request. 2 other police officers, David Manila and Anthony Kenga, are still facing charges of prostitution and criminal sexual conduct. Both have pleaded not guilty. The disgraced police officers are accused of engaging in prostitution with Blue House employees between 2006 and 2008. The owner of the bar, Song Ja Cha, is facing similar charges. However, she has already been convicted and sentenced to life in prison in federal court. She was found guilty of luring young women from Chuuk to Guam with promises of legitimate jobs only to be forced into prostitution.